Hi everyone, if you're a subscriber, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Riley and welcome to my garden. And this week we're making homemade potting soil. This eggplant is over a year old. It started its life off a year ago in January. It grew all last year in a large pot like this. Then towards the end of last year in December, it started to get drainage problems. Eggplants hate that. It was dying. 4 weeks ago, we took this eggplant out of the pot. We shook all the dirt off the roots. We cut all the branches down to where there were just only maybe 4 or 5 nodes showing on the plant. We made up a batch of potting soil, repotted it, put some mulch on top, and 3 weeks later, this plant is absolutely taking off. This recipe, not only is it inexpensive, it's half the price of what you'd pay for organic potting soil at the big box store. It's simple to make, it's fun to make, the ingredients are easy to find, and you'll see, no more than 10 minutes you can make up a batch of this great potting soil. So let me show you how you do that. I almost forgot. After we go through the recipe, stick around for part 2 of this video. I'm going to show you the project I'm working on for next week's video. I think you're really going to like it. All right, guys, the recipe for this potting soil, super easy. We're using as our main unit of measurement a 5-gallon bucket. A 5-gallon bucket is 0.67 cubic feet, and we're going to make 1.5 cubic feet of soil. And the recipe is 1 bucket of peat moss. You could use coco coir as a substitute. 1 bucket of compost. And for compost, I'm using 2/3 black cow composted cow manure and 1/3 green waste manure that I've already sifted and put in this bucket. And then finally, about 25–30% of that bucket full of coarse perlite. Now, those are the main ingredients. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to add some all-purpose vegetable fertilizer, organic. This is 463 regular vegetable fertilizer. I use it a lot. And this is 1/2 cup per every 1/2 cubic foot. So 1.5 cubic feet, 1.5 cups of this. And it goes together really fast. So unit of measurement is our bucket. We're going to take some of our cow manure, fill the rest of this bucket up. Like that. And we're going to be mixing using these large containers. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill this with our mix. Then we are going to be dumping it between these two. Okay, we're going to add next the perlite, because I want the perlite in the middle when I start mixing it. It just mixes easier that way. So, if it wasn't a windy day, you might want to, or even if it is, you might want to wear a mask. I don't think the dust from the perlite's great for you. It's a bit windy here today, so I should be all right. Next step is our peat moss. And that looks great. And dump this into this bucket. And finally, 1.5 cups of this. And this is 1/3 of a cup. So I'm going to need a little 1/3, 2/3, 1 cup, 1 1/3 cup, and 1.5 cups. Next step, let's start mixing. And I think 2 more is going to be all we need. And 1 more. That is all there is to it for great homemade potting soil. Hey, don't go anywhere. I want to show you the project that I'm working on for next week's video. I'll finish it this weekend, but you know, if you've been to my channel and visited my garden with me, in my beds out in my garden, I built an indoor underground watering system where I'm able to water all of my beds from one central location with a wireless Wi-Fi timer. But these patio beds don't have that. And so I have to manually water, and that's not a big deal. But if you're growing tomatoes or if you're growing zucchini and you're not evenly watering this and making sure it doesn't go completely dry and then you rewater it, you get blossom end rot. So an automated watering system, something with on Wi-Fi, a timer, really is priceless. It saves you just a lot of effort and ensures you don't get that blossom end rot. Let me show you what we've got going on next week. So I purchased a brand new Beehive wireless watering timer. And none of these connections are completed yet, but I have run a hose to it, and I have drilled the hole in my bed where you can see where this is coming through. I'm going to be disassembling and gluing this whole thing together this weekend. And there's the other one that's going into that bed. I'm going to be setting up the Wi-Fi timer, and my tomatoes are going to come out awesome this year. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next week.